Let's get more on this now with Gerance Mutwol, an environmental scientist and plastics campaigner at Greenpeace. He's speaking to us from Ottawa. Gerance, good to have you on this News Hour. Now, we've been warned about plastic and single-use plastic for decades. So how is it that in 2024, 60% of plastic produced is still single-use? It almost feels unbelievable.
I believe this is all fueled by, I can say, greed, corporate greed. And this is the time that we have this treaty that will come as an international law to cap these production issues. And we can say, like, if we continue to allow this greed to continue, by the year 2050, we'll even have more plastics in the ocean than fish by weight. So we really need to cut this plastics production as early as now. And we stop this corporate greed.
So this is this meeting that's taking place in Ottawa that starts today is obviously incredibly important. There are many challenges, of course, that activists like you are facing, but are you optimistic that by the end of it, a legally binding global pact will indeed be signed?
Yeah, I don't have an option but just to be optimistic because yesterday we had the partnership day, and all these partnership day brought all these private sector NGOs and governments together to talk about this, how they are going to foster and continue to negotiate this treaty. And I believe from now henceforth, we hope to see that the petrochemical industries and countries are going to negotiate in good faith. And we believe that at the end of it all, we'll have at least a streamlined text that can help us to move forward in this treaty.
So, Gerance, for years we've been warned about plastics and what they're doing to the environment. There, of course, are every country has some sort of recycling campaign. There have been warnings about it. But why has the implementation of policies and agreements that are made on a global level at places like COP23, COP24, they meet every year, why has it been so difficult to enforce these policies and agreements?
The reason is because these agreements are usually voluntary. And there's a reason why this global plastics treaty that you're negotiating right now is very critical, because we need it to be legally binding, meaning that there's no any voluntary issues in there. And once you put it to be legally binding, definitely the policies at the national levels are going to be in line with the global policies. So to cap this, we can say, like, we really need this treaty specifically to be legally binding and to bring all these stakeholders together to book and to make sure that we don't fall into the process of how you said we've had a lot of COPs, but we've not seen any change in the planet. So we need it to be a legally binding treaty, and we need to make sure that everyone is accountable for the pollution that they create.
Yes, you talk about everyone being accountable, and I think so often we look at our governments, we look at organizations like yours to really be driving this and to be putting in the effort. But as ordinary people who are, of course, affected by climate change, we can feel the earth getting hotter every year. What can we do to reduce our own plastic usage?
I would say, first of all, it's not our problem at first. It's the production problem. Once we cut the production problem, we'll be good. And we have different ways on how we can cut production. First, we need to move to systems that works, like refill and reuse systems. I believe back in the days, you could see, like, you can go and buy Coca-Cola bottles, like Coca-Cola drink in a glass bottle, and you're supposed to take it back to the shop for you to get another one. So these are some of the refill and reuse system that was there before the corporate grid came into place. And next to me, I have like a reusable water bottle. So this one, I can use it so many times rather than buying a single-use plastics. So these are some of the ways as individuals you can help to cap or to stop these menace.
Gerance Mutwol, good to speak to you, and good luck to you and your organization. We hope that this is passed. Thank you very much.
Thank you.